Alright guys, I have to tell you a story. So last week I was on a work trip going to Helsinki. You know, everything's going well. Got my spot on the train, setting up my laptop, gonna do some editing. Everything's going great. I got my snacks beside me. You know, I'm excited for the day. Then as the day goes on, I'm eating my snacks and I got thirsty and I had a mineral water. And I go and grab the mineral bottle and I'm just watching the screen at the same time I open the mineral bottle and all of a sudden the mineral water just sprays everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Like, it was all over me, it was over the person beside me, it sprayed the person across the aisle on the train, and it was just a disaster. And before I even realized, my whole laptop and my screen just covered in soda water. Well, obviously, what do you do in that moment? I tried to wipe it off with my t-shirt and it didn't really work, so I ran to the bathroom to quickly get some paper. And then by the time I get back, I start wiping my screen off and I notice that my screen's just black. And then I realized my MacBook Pro screen died. This story kind of suits the weather we're having right now today. It's been a rainy day in Finland. That's okay because it's spring. We need that rain. But in that moment, I was just like, dang it. My screen's broken. What am I going to do? And, you know, I got home and I started thinking, what can I do? I can order a new laptop, but I'm not going to get it for a while. I still need to get work done. So what can I do? And then I realized we have this old TV and it has an HDMI plug. So I hooked up my MacBook Pro to the HDMI and then I was working on this huge screen on my dinner table. And it actually turned out to be really awesome because I've always been used to working on a 15-inch screen. I never had an external display. And actually, my MacBook Pro already was broken on the side, so I really only had 13 inches. But anyways, I kind of got used to working on this huge screen, and I really like it. And with everything that happened, it got me thinking. A lot of times when we don't have the gear, or we're facing struggles, or we're facing a challenge, it actually creates an opportunity to innovate and be creative. You know, like with the screen, I had a laptop that was broken, and I needed to have a screen, so I thought, hey, let's use the TV. Let's hook it up to the TV and just put the TV on the dinner table. Yes, my wife probably doesn't enjoy having a TV on the dinner table, but it's temporary. But still, the point is that a lot of times as filmmakers, we can easily start comparing and we can start thinking, oh, I wish I had that camera. I wish I had that piece of gear. And if I had that, then I would be able to do this. But really, I actually think that a lot of times when we don't have all the gear yet, we don't have the best equipment, it actually forces us to become more and more creative and innovative with our filmmaking process. You know, I remember when I first started filmmaking, I got my first DSLR and I noticed that the footage was really shaky and I didn't have enough money just to buy a Steadicam or a gimbal or something. So I actually went to the store and bought the hardware. It probably cost $20 and I built my own handmade Steadicam. It wasn't great, but it did the job for the season. So I want to just encourage you guys who are watching this channel right now. You might be comparing yourself to the next big YouTuber or the filmmaker, and you're thinking, oh, if I only had the Canon 1D Mark II, or if only I had that gimbal, or if I only had that camera, or that lens, or whatever it is, then I would be able to do what they do. But that's not true. They too have had to go through this growing process where they didn't have all the gear in the world, and they just had to get creative and start using it, and using what you have to the best of your abilities. So I want to encourage you guys, no matter where you are in the filmmaking process, never see challenges or a lack as something negative, but see it as an opportunity to grow and to get creative and to innovate. Just like the situation with my laptop. My laptop screen broke, it sucked, but then I innovated and I used the TV, and actually in the end it turned out greater because I was able to use this huge massive screen for editing and I kind of like it. So, lesson of the day, yes, crap happens, like when your laptop just breaks because of soda water spraying everywhere and it was embarrassing, but something good came out of it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the attitude that you have, that you want to keep learning, keep innovating, keep growing, keep being more and more creative. So guys, I want to encourage you with this. Be creative, innovate. Don't think just inside the box, think outside the box. And don't let what you don't have limit you. Don't let it decide that, oh, because I don't have this gear, I can't do that. You guys are all capable of doing amazing things, so just keep going out there, keep filming, keep hustling hard, and I can guarantee you that you are going to get better and better at your craft. But the reason why I'm in the car right now, and I actually left the house even though it's raining, is that I did get, I'll show you. I did get can't really see here, but I got a text from the post office saying a package has arrived. So let's go get that package. Alright guys, I'm gonna get my package from the store. Wish me luck. I'm gonna go brave the rain. Hopefully it'll get too soaked. But I'll be back in 1 second. Package has been retrieved. Let's get back into the car before we get super soaked and wet. And home we go. No knife needed. Alright guys, this is the moment of truth. Let me just open it out of the box. It's hard with one hand. Maybe MacBook Pro. Boom shakalaka. It's about time I finally got a new MacBook Pro. The last one I had was from 2012, so it's 6 years old. So finally I have a MacBook Pro that's gonna keep up with my editing with 4K and all that. Let me show you what I was editing with this week. That's right, laptop hooked up to a TV. That's all I had. So sometimes bad things happen, but they turn into good things. When you break your old MacBook Pro, it means you get a new one. But in the meantime, when you don't have that gear, innovate, get creative, do whatever you can to become a better filmmaker. It's not always about the gear, but the gear does help because, well, let's just say my renders will get a lot faster from now. So that means more videos for you guys. If you guys liked this video, you thought it was encouraging, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with the latest videos. Peace.